which go a great way to making Trade Fair Gambia 2011 a success. And to the President of the Republic, and by extension, the government and the people of the Gambia, we want to thank them most immensely for providing peace, security, and the enabling and conducive environment for us all to do business in our country. And finally, without you, our patrons and customers, who will be visiting our stalls for the next 8 days, we say a very big thank you for believing in the chamber. We shall continue to provide the services required by our members and be a true voice of the private sector. I thank you all for your kind attention.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic, Ajah Dr. Aissatou Njie Sedi, Speaker of the National Assembly, Deputy Speaker, Secretary General and Head of Civil Service, my colleague, honorable ministers here present, the first Vice President of the GCCI and members of the Board of Directors of the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, representatives of members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I don't intend to make a long statement. That's why I do not have any statement written, because we tried to embody the government policy statement in the launching statement of the trade fair. But I want to assure Her Excellency, when she came in, she made a remark which I had made myself earlier when I arrived. I found the chief executive and members of the board all dressed up. And then I said to them, well, I'm your minister and you call me the Minister of Private Sector and I'm dressed differently. Then they said, well, your Asobi is on its way. But then, while sitting here and welcoming delegates arrive, and I saw someone arrive, and I said, I hope this person did not hijack my Asobi. Because when I invited her, the person said to me, I don't think I'll be able to come. I said, well, you know, you are my partner, and if you look at a coin, there are always two sides. If you don't come, I won't go to the trade fair. Then she said, then I'll come. So when I saw her arrive, I said, wow, this is the person that took my Asobi. And that's Honorable Fatou Masjo. Well, coming to the topic of the day, Your Excellency, the theme of this year has been chosen to showcase made in the Gambia products. And when I came in 2 days ago to see how things are being set up, I challenged the CEO and I said to him, I've gone round, but I've seen very little of made in the Gambia. And he said to me, no, Minister, you are too early because we still have another day and people are yet to come. You know, Gambians, we like this last minute thing. And I said to him, you know, you always challenge the public sector and say private sector means business, we are timely and all that. But each time I come to a private sector function, I see people come always at the last minute. Then what is this issue and no sort of time when we talk about private sector means business? So I think as private sector, we have a lot to do, we need to improve. And time, as is always said, time is money. Any minute that you lose in a function is money that you have lost in something that you could have been doing. So as Gambians, I want to make this appeal. When we have functions, we have ceremonies, let's try as much as possible to be timely. Because no nation has developed that has not respected time. We all have traveled. We go to different countries, we see how things happen. And if you say function is 9 o'clock, sharp 9 they start. But here we say function is 9, you will sit for 2 hours before it starts, and you would have lost valuable time. And I want the private sector to champion that course of change. Your Excellency, we also have participants in this trade fair this year coming all the way from the Republic of Taiwan. I know we have been sending in trade missions, trade investment missions to the Republic of China on Taiwan and trying to encourage them to come and establish in the Gambia. We are yet to see any meaningful Taiwanese business involved in this country, but this year we are glad at least they have come in a large number to come and participate in our trade fair, and I hope this is the beginning of something meaningful in terms of economic trade and investment relations between our two countries. We also want to thank our brothers from Ghana. They have sent in a very light team. Yes, we are promoting Made in the Gambia, but we also are in the spirit of regional integration, and we have always been lamenting the lack of trade between and among our member states. And I think participating in events like this will go a long way in cementing and strengthening economic and trade ties that are so vital in our regional integration efforts. So we want to say a big thank you to our sisters and brothers from the Republic of Ghana. I'm also made to understand that there is a delegation from Niger, and we also thank them along the same lines. Made in the Gambia, as we have always said, and His Excellency the President have always made this call, let's grow what we eat, let's eat what we produce. This is a simple statement, but it means a lot, both for businesses and for individuals. For businesses, when you buy from a competitor who has inputs that you need for your production, you are not only helping that competitor grow, but you are helping yourself grow. Because by so doing, your competitor grows, your business grows, and the Gambian economy benefits, and everybody benefits in the process. So let's not see each other only as mere competitors and say, Abdu is producing inputs that I need, but Abdu is a Gambian, let me go and buy my inputs from France. Each time you buy from France, you are contributing to wealth creation in that country, you are contributing to employment creation in that country, you are contributing to poverty reduction in that country. So why not do the same thing here? Buy from each other, the money stays in this country, we create employment, and we create wealth in this country. Government alone does not create jobs. Government, in fact, is not a job creator. How do we create jobs? Is by ensuring that we patronize each other so that production can expand. But if we cannot buy as consumers, if we don't buy goods that are produced in this country, our companies cannot grow, they cannot expand, and in the process they cannot employ people. So we Gambians also have to be ready and willing to buy what is produced in this country so that our companies grow and they are able to employ more people, and in the process we fight against poverty. Without that, we cannot make any meaningful progress. So therefore, having chosen this team is therefore very relevant, and I want to appeal once again, and I hope Gambians will take this call that whatever is produced in this country, let us ensure that we consume that, we buy that, and then get what we cannot from outside. But if we leave what we produce, then those businesses will die, and we will be contributing to creating wealth in other countries. And for the private sector, each time we meet, I have always challenged them. The last time they had their awards dinner, they chose the theme agriculture, boosting agriculture. And I said to them, I only hope you are not choosing agriculture just for the sake of choosing it. His Excellency the President has been calling on Gambians to go back to the land. Not everybody can be a farmer, but if you businesses are willing and ready to patronize the little farmers, the small-scale farmers, and buy whatever they produce, encourage outgrower schemes, then we will be able to make meaningful headway in agriculture. We are not saying every businessman should go and farm, but go and purchase what is being farmed. Encourage people. If they know that whatever they produce, there is somebody to buy and process that, then we will have more people going into agriculture. Without that, we will not make any headway in agriculture. So when we choose themes, I want to believe that we are serious about those themes and work towards the realization of the themes so that it does not become just mere paperwork and mere speeches to say this is our theme and then it stops there. We should go down to ensure that real action takes place so that the theme becomes meaningful. On this note, I thank you for your kind attention.
I want to recognize in our midst, first and foremost, the Speaker of the National Assembly and his deputy, that is the Deputy Speaker, who is doubling up also as Chairperson National Women's Council. I want to recognize my honorable cabinet colleagues, the Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service and honorable ministers here present, specifically noting the Minister for the occasion, the Minister of Trade, Regional Integration and Employment, Mr. Abdul Koli. I want to recognize the Board of Directors, that is the Chairman and Board of Directors of the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry,